Scotiabank says you are richer than you think. This was a commercial they made back quite a while ago. But first, I just want to touch on the fact that you are richer than you think. And I want to share the story about Zig Ziglar. And it was a story that he told about a gentleman down in Texas who went and bought a big chunk of land. And he started farming on it. And along came the oil guys and said, hey, we think there might be oil on your land. We're going to do some test holes. And if there's any oil, hey, you'll be rich. So with nothing to lose and everything to gain, he said, sure, go ahead. So they went around, they started digging holes, and they found a test hole. They dug the hole, and yep, sure enough, they think there's oil down there. So they made this big derrick. Of course, back then the derricks were made of wood. So they built this big derrick, got down in there and got the oil. It blew up. It blew the derrick all to pieces. It was the largest amount of oil in the southern U.S. It brought out Texaco and all these other companies come out of that. It was called Spindletop. And the big question is, was he wealthy when he bought the land? Or was he wealthy after they went in and dug in deep and got the wealth up out of the ground? Same as us, like all of us, I think we are richer than we think because we have that wealth deep down inside of us as well. We just need to bring it out. So I just wanted to share that story because it is really cool.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Okay, return on investment versus personal rate of return. Recap of what return on investment is. It's a metric just to measure how much or how strong and how powerful your money is working for you. So here's a quick example. Take, let's say, $100, and you're going to put that money, and it's going to go out there and going to go work for you. Well, when that money goes out there and works for you a certain amount of time, when it comes back, how much more is it bringing? And in this case, we'll say it brings back $10. So you take $100, and it went out there, and you put it to work, and it come back, and it brings you $10 back. Here's the easy formula. You take the smaller number and divide it into the bigger number, and move your decimal point 2 to the right. And that'll always give you a return on investment number. So after 2.5 years of practicing, my first 12 months, I had a total R.o.i of 69%, a little bit over that actually. So the bank though does not count 12 months consecutive, they go by year kind of thing. So I waited at the end of 2020 and the numbers that they gave me didn't look quite the same. It wasn't the same numbers as what I had whatsoever. So I couldn't figure out why their R.o.i was so different compared to mine. Now it wasn't off by a whole lot, but a little bit, right? Just, it didn't make sense to me. So after I started digging in a little farther, sure enough, that is not return on investment. That is personal rate of return. So similar to R.o.i, just a little bit different in the fact that they track how much cash flow is in your account, how much is being made in your account, how much of your contributions are you putting in. Like you say, there's a lot of different little numbers and stuff. You know what? I like to keep life simple. I just track R.o.i. That's nice and simple, easy formula to track. And at the end of the year, Witrade, they'll send me their version or their personal rate of return, and I'll get that number and I'll be able to see that. The thing I do know though is every time I see that number, it's always higher than any mutual fund I've ever looked up. So just goes to credit that getting a financial education is well worth it. Thanks for checking this video out. Thanks for just wanting to show the difference. And yeah, you are richer than you think. You absolutely are. Take care. Thanks for watching.